just really overwhelmed with something. You like, why? So on my live, first of all, let me say who I am. So hi everyone, my name is Majesty Angel. I am a YouTuber. I'm also a TikToker. I'm also on IG, which is my Instagram account. So basically, on all of my accounts, I like to promote a very safe environment. And I also like to encourage people to also just think about a whole bunch of different things. But I like to call myself the love doctor. I do. Like, it's nothing crazy about that, right? I always like to break the stereotype because a lot of people always say, do real love exist? Do real love exist? And I always say that real love do exist. Damn, that's a confirmation. That was a confirmation. Look at my live. It say real love, right? So it was up there on like a hot topic, and it was saying how um, people want real love, and real love is a choice, right? You cannot control love. You cannot control people. You cannot control what happens, right? And it's like it's so many different rates going on. It was like, oh, the rate of marriage is very low. And you know why? I just want to say that. Do you know why, right? If people were to actually be where they really wanted to be, a lot of marriages would be saved, right? A lot of lies and a lot of problems, right? You have for the half of the part, you have a lot of different people who are in a lot of different situations who don't want to be there. That's just bottom line, right? And I also look at it too as sometimes, um, how can I see this, right? Oh, damn. First, let me go back because what I was going to say was, I was going to say I felt like crying. You know why I felt like crying? I don't know what the energy is about, but maybe because I have a lot of people that's on my YouTube channel, and maybe because I don't know, it's a whole bunch of energy, but I really felt like crying because I feel like, um, that's sweet, my punk ass. Somebody's gonna do like a very special like dedication, right? Or somebody wants to show you how special that you are, right? Because I said before, I said real love is a choice. Being happy is a choice. And I feel like once people actually touch that, right? Like when you actually touch something that's, or you experience something that you have never experienced, it's like the greatest peace on the planet, the greatest vibe on the planet, and people don't understand that. Damn it. My ears, what's going on? My ears, they feel like they're vibrating at a very different level. Yeah, so I just wanted to say that, right? So, congratulations. You like what? Congratulations, right? People, okay, how can I say this? Because I do agree with that. I think the realest women, the most rarest, purest women, um, the only thing that some women want, right? I don't know about others, but I know about myself. I can say that for myself, right? I feel like actions, meaning I think the way people act, right? Because there's a difference between the action and giving. You heard what I said? Action and giving. I'd rather take the actions than the giving, right? Because the actions is the words, right? The what somebody's going to say. The action is the way somebody's going to treat you. Fuck the giving. Fuck the trips and all that other stuff. But I always say that it's just somebody's tongue twisted. Yay! Like what? Because and congratulate. I just keep saying that. What the hell is going to happen? Somebody's gonna be giving people like a standing ovation, like congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. I don't know what that's about, but somebody's about to do something. You know what I be fearing sometimes? I could say this. You like I be fearing sometimes, not fearing because I don't fear shit, but I always be like because I do so much. like across social media or however that it may be. But I be having like be thinking like, oh my God, somebody, I don't know what the hell somebody's going to do. You like, what? I'm getting this feeling. You like, I be having panic attacks and stuff. Like, you like, girl, no, 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 no. Because when you're, I just got tongue twisted. Somebody is going to do something. You like that is going to like punch somebody in the throat. Like they're not even going to believe it. They're not even going to believe it. I always say that. Let's go. I like it. I like it. I like it. You're like, what? That's nice. Because I was saying before, people, they want to do certain things. What the hell? Felt like I was hearing shit coming from out of my phone. Somebody's gonna make an announcement. Somebody's gonna make an announcement. You like what? Because I was just doing something with my phone, but it sounded like I heard something like voices or something, like talking like an announcement or something like that. I'm gonna speak that into existence. Because I was saying a while I was saying good gossip is perfect gossip, right? For I was saying before that whatever somebody was going to do or however that it was, they were going to do it, it was going to be the good gossip, right? And people don't understand that, right? Everybody want to be in the pool of gossip, or everybody wants to be in this whole thing of going viral and stuff like that. But to go viral for something that's beautiful, going viral for something that the world has never really expected or have seen, you know what I mean? Because that penetration that hits different. So, yeah, people have been talking, people have been chit chatting, people have been, what is going on? People, you like what? People about to cause the biggest commotion, meaning, and it's going to be good chatter, good chatter, good chatter, good chatter. But I was always saying that, like, yo, I always think something's going to happen. Somebody's notification on their phone is going to go so crazy that they're not even going to understand um, the capacity of something of the era of the season that they have just woken up to. For the notification, people notification have been going off crazy anyway, meaning the love, the respect, and different things that have been happening. But because of this real love, I'm going back here. This real love that somebody have just stepped in is about to open a whole can of worms, meaning good worms, meaning good gossip, meaning good business, meaning good opportunities, meaning a whole different mm, level of something that they can't even understand. I always like to speak that upon people. I do, right? Because it's just so much negative shit. And then I was looking at this whole list, because you got this whole list, I guess, that they have calculated with all of these women, and I don't know where this coming in. For a lot of these women said that for 2026, they're no longer going on dates to like all of these places. And I looked at these places like Applebee's. I don't like Applebee's anyway. I don't like Red Lobster. Hate Red Lobster. The only place that I really like is Olive Garden. Like Olive Garden is my favorite place to go to. But the moral of the story is all of these people were talking about where they don't want to go, but where they want to go in 2026. And it just baffled me, because that's what baffles me too sometimes, where certain people look at certain people lifestyles, can I say it like that, and then they expect people, or they expect their partner to take them different places where other people have went. And should I say mean for that? No, I shouldn't be mean to say something like that, because um like, what world are you living in? You like what? No, because right now I feel like everybody's just trying to get over. Like what? No, that's the truth. I feel like some people are trying to get over, right? And then some people are burning bridges. A lot of bridges that they shouldn't burn. You like, what do you mean? because I always look at it like that for men and for women, especially for these men, right? Because you have all of these women who are, I don't know, like they're trying to like crossbreed over and go into a whole nother area, which is that's fine and dandy. Let's be honest, right? Like what? Because it's a 50% chance that some people are going to be blessed. I always like to say it, blessed and honored to be able to um, have a world and have a life that some people may not get, some people may not understand. For instance, I hate to talk about this, but Mariah the scientist, she's kind of been getting a lot of backlash about the things that she posted. Now, only thing that I feel some type of way about, because she put underneath, like she wrote what she should never took down. She said that she hate when people look at her man, right? So she should have just kept it, regardless of whatever, right? Dealing in that arena, especially you're already a public figure, people already know you. So usually, sometimes when you post something, you have to make sure what you're posting, that shit gotta be permanent. You just can't take it away, and I hate that too. Sometimes there's a person that I know. Sometimes they could post something and it does very, very, very good, and then sometimes they'll take it away, and then they want to post something else again, and it don't get the traction as if the first thing that you posted, if you was to just leave certain things the way that it needs to be. But she said she hate people looking at her partner. Now I was saying for that aspect, mm, damn, you like, damn, like what? But every woman will feel like that, right? But I think it's a different level mm, when your partner is, I hate saying famous, because famous and a celebrity person, they're like a regular person. They're just like us. It's just that unfortunately, they're blessed where they get a lot of recognition. Meaning, um, when they go outside, they no longer go outside. They no longer could be, peaceful and shit like that, because their life will always be ridiculed. No matter what they do. That's why they have to become within their own bubble. They have to be confident. Um, and they have to don't let what other people say, bother them. But for a woman that's dealing with a man that's in the spotlight, like of course, people will feel some type of way. Of course, people will hate for their partners to be looked at. You know what I mean? But you have to have a very, very um a good self esteem, because if your self esteem is not the way that it needs to be, it's like every woman that comment underneath his fucking page or underneath his stuff. You always be problems and aggravation and shit like that. People have to understand the difference between um mm, you like what? Now if a person like, yeah, just come on, come see me. Where we gonna link up at? Can we do this, that, and the third? Because I can only imagine the shit that goes on in people's like DMs. The only why I'm saying that is because the folly shit that I go through. Even for like, who did somebody say that shit to me? I think somebody said something like referred, like if they looked me up or something like that, and that shit really freaked me out. Like, so I understand certain things, like a nigga be like, this bitch like looked me up. Like that shit is a mad turn off. Like you just looked up this you looked up this nigga's whole life, what he's doing, what he that shit is weird. I feel like hell yeah, that shit is weird. Like no. Like what? No, 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 no. Like what? That shit is crazy. Should nobody be looking nobody up. I always feel like that, right? I feel like, especially if somebody want to talk to somebody or get to know somebody like that, wouldn't you? I would think that should be mad weird. I'd be like, get the fuck out of here. Like you really looked me up, bitch. Get, like get your ass out of here. But I don't know where the fuck that came from. But yeah, that came from, cause some shit like that happened to me. Like what the fuck? Like, are you kidding me? Like yeah, dude. Like what the fuck? Like that's weird. That's very, very weird. Very, very weird. It got me tongue twisted. hmm Because I feel like people should want to tell people, like, you tell me. I want you to tell me. I want you to tell me everything, you know? So it's no, like, no, I don't know what favorite fucking restaurant you like. You know what I mean? I don't know what type of a fucking island and all that other extra shit, or, you know, like people's like like families and shit like that. Like that shit becomes very, that's like psychotic. Like what? No. Shouldn't be people be doing that. And I think people be like that's control, like that's a control love, like a control, like I just want to do all of this. No, love should be something that you can't be controlled. And I think it's nothing like the pureness of um when you fall for somebody who you never really expected to fall for somebody like that. And it makes it like 10 times better because you be like, oh my god, I really think I got feelings for somebody. It makes it very, very sweet. Yeah. hmm And then I want to get into this because these niggas be lying. You like what? And these women is lying too because um you like, what am I talking about? Because they was saying, oh, they was talking about good cat, good cat can't um keep a man, but you have to understand what type of good cat is it, right? Because you got good cat that's crazy, right? Then you just got you have something that I don't care what nobody say. Maybe the bitch might be crazy or not, but he gonna know. Like, hold on, I was gonna say angel. Wait. I was gonna say, I was gonna say angel. Oh shit, angel got some good. What the fuck? But yes, good cat can change a nigga's whole life around, especially. But see, I was trying to tell people it's something about the woman's energy, meaning her sexual energy that could bring abundance to a man, right? And I gotta go back into it and keep researching it because it was very, very interesting because the guy was talking about the woman's sexual energy when a man bumps into a woman, and because of her energy, and then because of the sexual energy, sounds very crazy. And when I heard it, I was like, yo, that sounds very crazy. But what he said is what he was saying. He was saying something about how when a man bumps into a woman where their energy matches, and because of the energy that, because a lot of people don't know, everything that we do is energy. Like, let's keep it 100. So when you bump into somebody, it's like a man that's trying to do certain things, right? And because he taps into a certain woman, the energy of her is not right. So that means he can't manifest the way that he was trying to manifest and go after a lot of different things. For they said the true abundance comes from aligning with the good women. You know what I mean? So that's why when some men entangle themselves or they come in contact with people like that, that's why their blessings become a lot bigger. That's why a lot of different things that they touch, it grows a lot differently. But I'm gonna go back into it. I'm gonna go back into it. I'm gonna see if I can find it, and I want to dissect it because I think that's the truth sometimes. I think that's the truth sometimes with just relationships. Sometimes, like you, like certain, no, it's not certain people, but it can just be with one individual. But it happened with girls too, though. Like, you know what I mean? We can go with somebody, like with a guy or whatever, and shit just don't work. It don't fucking work. Nothing works. It'd be like problems after fucking problems after fucking problems. And then when you just start talking to somebody else, it's like all of a sudden everything that you want to do, it just start working. It just start clicking. um, the energy from off of it, the way that you go after certain things, it just start blossoming. So that's the beautiful thing about when people actually align with people, right? But yes, sexual energy is out of control. Sexual energy will have you very mad. It'll have you very fucking frustrated, especially when you want to satisfy that, because it's like a craving. It's like a yearning for um somebody's um presence, right? Because I always say, like, that's like the last ending of the closing of anything. That's where the magic really is made. Meaning, son of a bitch. You're like, that is crazy. You're like, what, girl? Somebody wants to try that. That is what? No. Like, I shouldn't tell that. I shouldn't tell that secret. You like, what? Because, well, for some girls are very, very different. But some girls are very, very dangerous. Not dangerous. I don't want to scare nobody. But it's a particular part, and I'm not telling because bitches need to learn on their own. But it's a specific part that you can do, like when you and your guy is having a relationship, and it's something that you can do to also like enhance his coming to life. Right? I shouldn't say it like that. But that's like on a whole different level. But somebody is crazy. Like, somebody wants to play in somebody's womb energy. The womb energy um is a different type of a, because I kept trying to share it. I kept trying to share it. I shared it twice, but the world didn't understand it when she said it, because it's just this girl who I follow, like, because she's into manifestation, she's into frequency, she's into the way that if people actually know how to tap into their mind. But when you have two people, that's why I always say, when you have two people who know about manifestation, the real true thing about energy, and I don't know why I keep talking about this shit. Maybe somebody needs to know, hear it or something, or maybe somebody's curious about it because that's what somebody wants to try it. Bottom line, point, period. If you ever was to find somebody and all of a sudden your energy is start to work, and all of a sudden you start to become, your blessings and certain shit start to go the way that you need to go, once you see the little shit, because people haven't even had sexual relationships with people. That's the realest of the real. But once you get to that part where you do have sexual relationships and you're in that motion, you can manifest within that energy. If it sounds crazy, but it's not far stretched, right? And your manifestations can go very, very good because now y'all are both manifesting together. Nasty son of a bitch, right? So somebody wants to try this. So you like, how you gonna try it? As you guys are having sexual relationship, that's when you will start to, um, that's when you will start to say, or guess. I never in my life did no shit like that. Wait. So I'm gonna have to look into this. But that's where everything can go. So you just say what you want to say. Somebody's out of control. As you thought, you the king, you the king, you the king, you the king. Blessings, blessings, blessings in abundance. Like, oh my God. My whole fucking body just got extremely hot. Somebody makes somebody whole body gets hot and tingly, right? Somebody have the craziest attraction. Somebody have the craziest sexual energy that they have ever had in their life just dealing with somebody, right? That is crazy. I was saying that shit before. Um, wow. Like, what? I'm getting some really crazy, freaky, freaky, freaky visions and some stuff. People have been doing stuff. People's imagination is crazy. Like, what? Because people have already been like when people be, oh God, please don't shut down my channel, YouTube. But when people have been pleasuring themselves, or however that it may be, even within them, even pleasuring themselves like that, they have had the most powerful mm, pleasures ever. You like what? I always wanted to say that to a dude. Like, you like what? Like, I always wanted to, like, I gotta ask that question. Wait, like, oh God, like, I should stop it. Because my mind is starting to start to go. My mind is starting to be very, very not suitable for my channel. But Um, real love is amazing, and congratulations. Somebody's about to do something very, very beautiful for you, or you two about to do something very, very beautiful. Somebody's about to cry, right? And it's gonna be very, very beautiful. I think maybe somebody have been waiting for that, or however that it may be. I always tell people to tell people how they feel about people, right? Because how would somebody actually know, right? Fuck it. You like fuck it. You like fuck it. It is what it is. I always say, if you don't give your all, when you want to walk away, it's not like you shorted yourself, right? Right. And then somebody was talking about through death to us part. Do somebody have a love that's through death to us part? And don't be taking advantage of that shit. You like why? Because you will have some of these slick motherfuckers, because they know that you have that much. They think that they can ride the fence, but I like it because nobody's gonna be riding the fence like this, right? I always wanna. I, I was like, you like what are you saying? Because I always want to know, like, who are you looking at? Like, I always want to say that. Like, when have you ever said, like, who are you? That'd be a good feeling. You looking at me? Buddy. No, have you ever noticed certain things? I'll be looking at shit like that. Like, what you doing? I always say that. But I like that. I like certain things that I have been seeing, especially on people who should have been smiling and doing a whole bunch of stuff a good time. But that ain't nothing but God sent, baby. God is doing some amazing stuff. That is crazy. I just went into a whole sexual energy. People are out of their minds. But I understand it, right? I understand, and that's what be the kicker. But you don't gotta worry about that. What you ain't? What you saying? Listen, I know for a fact. What you like? I know for a fact because people can't. Everybody can't give off that. Everybody in this world have their own essence to who they are, and this is why you'll have certain people love and respect people very, very differently. But when you have actually did everything, or you had your taste, however that it may be, you will just know, like, it's just something that's radiant from out of a person, out of the energy, out of everything, that'll just be very, very captivating. I shouldn't. I don't know what the fuck that's about. Yeah, so don't be letting these people trick you. Like, what good pussy will always, because they keep saying that. They keep saying that. Now you just have something that's dumb, however, right? But when people understand that, they understand that. And like, play who? Do what? That's what I'm talking about. You like what? You like that. Call me sick, nasty, all you want. You like what? Because what I said was, my honey, he go whatever, however. He might go to the strip club, or however, whatever. He might see something to somebody trying to do something or whatever. However, I want that nigga to be whatever for wherever he at, strip club, wherever my baby at, wherever he at. And they trying to trap him, or however he got turned on, like, hell no, I'm about to go home and I'm about to go tear my lady up. Like, yeah, call me, honey. Right, baby, yeah, on the way. Like Paw Patrol, baby, to save the day. Now that's a whole different level. Like, bitch, get away from me. You like what? Hell no. You say all what you want, you can do all what you want. You just did something else. Who is saying that? That is crazy. I heard somebody say, niggas is funny. This daddy dick. Somebody call they penis a name. They call it they call that thing a name. See, this bitch want to kill it. Like, what the fuck? Kill a swinger or whatever. You better be careful, buddy. Like, what? Killer Swinger about to be Mrs. Killer. Mr. King Kong that came up and met Mrs. Queen King Kong. I always say, I was like, it's always a checkmate from somebody. You like, hell yeah. Those be the nice checkmate. Like, I shouldn't say that. Should I say that? No, fuck it. We're gonna talk about it. Because everybody wanna be like everybody you like what? Because I don't care what nobody say. It's nothing like a very passionate, passionate, rough, however that you want to say, moment between you and your partner. You're like, what? Because when you having a quickie or you linking up with people or however that it may be, it's not gonna be the way that you the want it to be, because you can't really do as much as you want to do with the person who you really have all of those feelings and emotions with. So you're not going to be able to power up and harness and get that energy that you need compared to, god damn, you're like, what? Somebody's gonna have a baby, yo. You like, what? All of this energy is pent up in somebody, or however that it may be, or because of whatever. I said that the other day. I had on pink. I said somebody wants to have a girl, or somebody's gonna have a girl. Oh, and the girl is gonna be beautiful. I always say that. Girls, the baby, she's gonna look like a beautiful, oh my god, beautiful. I just see a hair full of hole full of hair, real like a China baby. She gonna be so beautiful. And this nigga going to the daddy baby. Somebody want to call their daughter daddy baby, or they already have a daughter and they calling them daddy baby, or however. Or he wants he wants girls. You got some dudes who just want girls. Like I wanted boys, but for this nigga wants a girl. However, or this dude just wants a girl with you, right? So for whoever the guy is who like this bitch gonna have my baby, she gonna have my baby. However, y'all are gonna have the most beautiful baby girls. It's gonna look like a beautiful crystal. Like what? It is, and he gonna be like, this daddy baby, this daddy baby, this daddy baby. Nothing like that, right? There's nothing like the love of a woman. But yeah, let me go. Hold on 1 second. So let me go. It's so crazy. Somebody's about to go. Somebody's going. You like somebody's going. Somebody is about to come get somebody. Somebody's about to come. No, somebody's about to send somebody. Somebody's about to go home. Oh my Jesus Christ! Somebody's about to call somebody. Somebody's about to do something. Congratulations! Congratulations on your new life, your new love. Congratulations on your baby. Congratulations on everything. And please don't give somebody a heart attack, but you can't help it. Okay. So until next time. Congratulations on your good sexual healing and your good sexual loving. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be the best time of your life. And this shit's going to be forever. Because once you two do all of this stuff, ain't no